Hello blokes. Right, we'll get straight into this one. Today we're going to be having a look at the Eurohike Cairns 2 DLX. Bought this about a month or two back for bike packing as a replacement for the little Summit Eiger Trekker tent that I've got, which is, don't get me wrong, is a nice little tent, but it was a bit tight and a bit cramped and I needed a bit more space, especially regards to sort of the porch vestibule area. For obviously if it rains, I need somewhere to have a brew up and whatnot, and that Summit one really didn't provide the space. So hopefully this one's going to be a bit better. Now, when I picked it up, these were just under 50 quid. I noticed, I've just looked on the Go Outdoors website just now, they're now 75 quid. So yeah, it pays to buy these off season. Obviously the prices go up as spring arrives and people want to go camping. So yeah, so that's that. It's a Nightfall one, which means the inner tent has got a black fabric which blocks out a lot of the light. It doesn't block out all the light, but it blocks out a lot of the light. This is basically like a smaller brother to the one I've got. You've probably seen the one I've used at the Whitwell and Reepham camp that I did when I took Iceni up there for a weekend. That was a Eurohike Avon 3, which is a cracking tent. Really thoroughly rate that one. So hopefully, this one being from the same stable, hopefully it'll be just as good. So without further ado, we'll get it out of the bag and we'll have a look. So, right, what you get, that's the bag it all came in. Nice little touch with the bag is you've got this nylon printed instruction sheet which is sewn into the bag so you don't lose it and it doesn't get damp and soggy and turn into papier-mâché. Nice clear instructions. Your care and maintenance thing tells you what to do and what not to do, where and how to pitch your tent, and sort of guidelines for that. Using pegs and zips, etc. On pegs, I will say one thing with these, and with most tents, most Eurohike in particular, you will get those tent pegs. Cheap wire, they're not very good. You'll find, they push into the ground lovely. You'll get your guy rope looped around, like there, we'll say. And what happens sometimes, if they get a little bit bent, they'll swivel around and that'll ping off. And they bend very easily, knocking them into stony ground and whatnot. You'll find they bend very easily. So yeah, get rid of them. Get yourself a set of these. They're not expensive, they're about £6 for a pack of 12. Got them off Amazon. And a triangular section, aluminium pegs, much stronger, much better, and they grip the ground better as well. They're less likely. We'll get the wire peg, we'll do a comparison. With the wire peg, you can pull out the ground quite easily like that. These, it takes quite a bit of force to pull these out, so well worth getting. So yeah, you'll get a pack of 12 pegs, but yeah, get the better ones. That's your pole set. So you've got your shorter pole which loops over the front for the porch, awning, whatever vestibule bit. Got your two longer poles. These are your support ones which crisscross over the main body of the tent. Those. You've got your inner tent, which is that Nightfall fabric, the black fabric, with sewn in ground sheet, like a bathtub ground sheet, and it's also got built into it is the ground sheet for the porch vestibule area as well. It's all part of the same thing, it's all in one. Then you've got your outer tent. Now these ones are an outer pitch first, which is a much better idea. You'll find with the inner pitch first, like the Summit Eiger Trekker one I've got, if it's raining at the time you're putting the tent up, that inner tent is getting wet while you're putting the outer over the top, and your sleeping area is going to be damp. This is a much better idea. You put your outer sheet up first, so it gives you your outer protection. You then work on the inside of the tent, putting up the inner bit, which clips via loops and hooks on the inside, keeps it nice and dry. So yeah, much better setup. So right, we'll get this sorted out, we'll get the poles out, and we'll start getting this put together. Back section there. So using our nice pegs. There. Through that sleeve. I'm not a massive fan of these sleeve things. I much prefer the loops, because when it comes to breaking the tent down, it's an absolute pain trying to get the pegs out again. Because you find what happens is they'll do that, and I'm going to try and sort of fiddle bits through one at a time. Next one in. So we're doing this in real time just to show you how quick it is, or how slow it is even. Go. Probably here, it's a lovely spring afternoon, everybody's out there in the garden, cutting the grass. Right, so that's through, we'll get this one. Tensioning that like that, you just work it through the sleeve, work it through far enough. The other pin, that. Inside. So we've got our porch, vestibule, hall, whatever you want to call it. So you'll see you've got yellow band on your pole, yellow band on the pole sleeve, so there's no chance of mixing your poles up. sleeves. Fiddle trying to get a hole through them. Right, there you go. There we go. Spare pin there. On that pin. On this pin, there you go. Oh. Fun game, that one. So we've got up. Go. Pull that out. Tension it. Open that side. Tension it. Foot push that in. Lovely high-vis guy lines, so hopefully nobody trips over them on the campsite in the middle of the night, wake you up. Now, switch round a bit. Right. Remembering. So you've got your tensioning there, your loop there. Surprised how many people get that wrong. Put them in. Then again here, just pull that one out. A little bent at the back. Nice, got a bit of material that keeps it upright. I think there is also, oh yeah, there is also a little, that's nice. Something you didn't get on the Trekker tent. It's a thing that just pops in there, keeps your vent upright so you get the airflow through. Obviously if you don't want it, it's got Velcro there, you can push it shut, but nice to keep a through flow of air through there, keep the condensation down. Another small criticism, and it is only a small one, it could really do with an additional tie down point there, a peg out point, because you can see it's not far off your inner tent there. Yeah, obviously most campers will normally pitch their tents with the back into the wind. That's a lot of canvas there to push against. If you've got condensation building up on the inside of the fabric, that's going to rub off onto your inner tent and you're going to get damp. So yeah, I might sew one in there myself, just as a peg out point, just to keep that taut. Right, so usual loops and toggles there to hold the door up out of the way, so we'll get that tied up out of the way. As you can see, there's quite a decent space in here. You can have it I mean, you can have it as it is if you want, just a bit of ground sheet down, put your red down and whatnot, keep the rain off you. So it comes with this inner tent, so we will use that, we'll put that up. Making sure we've got the right orientation. Good word. So basically you've got a system of hooks and toggles and loops. You've got these little hooks here, they hook on these little rings on there, on there. Same this cord here. This is your vestibule area ground sheet, which is quite nice. So the material looks a bit stretched there. Yeah, doesn't look too bad, not anyway. We'll take these toggles, put them through these little rings here. Which is much nicer. As you can imagine, it's pouring down the rain outside. You're indoors, you're dry while you're doing this. So yes, much better system. Actually leave that one till last because we need these to go. Same these here. Through the little ring properly. It's not bad, it's decent size. You've got a decent porch area which you can pull the zip down. You've got room to cook and have a brew up under cover. This is your Nightfall inner tent, and we'll bring you in for a closer look at that. Inside, it's supposed to be a two-person tent, which, yeah, you've got space here for two people. It's good. It's good headroom. Yeah. Yeah, a mattress down there, even with a cot bed, you've still got a decent bit of headroom there, I should think. Obviously, the taller cot beds, you're going to be higher up, so you're going to be less space there. But yeah, it's not bad at all. Nice thick ground sheet. My other tent, the Avon, is the same material. I've had no problems with it. I took it on one camp up into Yorkshire, North Yorkshire. And we had a heavy thunderstorm overnight, and it rained pretty much most of that week, and I was really expecting it to let the water in, and it didn't. So yeah, that was a result in my opinion. So hopefully this one will be just as good. It's quite finished material, but there again the other one was. Yeah, I think it will do the job. Usually your fire and safety precautions thing there, again same nylon material, whatever it is, as the instructions, so that's, you know, that's not going to suffer the rigours of damp and getting wet and turning to mush. There's safety warnings there, obviously the obligatory things that they're required to put on by law. You've got a quality inspection certificate there. You've got nice pockets there. I think you've got the same the other, yeah, you've got the same the other side as well, so identical pockets there. So, first impressions of the Cairns 2 DLX. They go quite favourable. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's nice material. We've got the same as we got at the back here, like with the little vents there. Look. Open. Nice. Gives a free flow of air through, helps prevent condensation. This is rather nice. Yeah. So it's not bad, so we'll get some gear in here and yeah, we'll have a little back garden camp out and see how we get on with it, shall we? Hopefully, I think we've talked about a bit of rain overnight as well, so we'll see how good the waterproofing is. So yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, so we're giving the BCB Fire Dragon another crack. There's only 300 ml of water in there at the moment, so hopefully that'll get to a boil this time. The flame seems to be blowing around less than it was last time I tried it. So yeah, we'll give it another trial, see how it goes. Okay, future me here at the edit. We lost microphone on this little clip. So as you can see, yeah, the Fire Dragon's working quite well there. We're now on the second tablet. The first one burnt out after about 8 minutes, and this is about 3 or 4 minutes into the second tablet. As you can see, the water's now coming up to the boil. Yeah, that's a real downside to the Fire Dragon here. It took about 1.5 blocks worth of fuel to boil the water up for a cup of tea. And you've got to sit here and wait for the other half of the block to burn away, for that stove to cool down before you can pack it away. So yeah, it's quite wasteful on fuel. Plus it leaves this horrible tarry thick mess in the bottom of the burner afterwards, which is an absolute pain to scrape off. So yeah, it's not very clean burning. And you see, look there, it's left marks on the bottom of the cup, which, yeah, it's not great. I think definitely that is a better option, because at least with that you can put the cap back on it afterwards. Yeah, once you've had your brew up and whatnot, you can put your cap on to extinguish the flame, which means you've still got some fuel in there, you know, to reuse for the next time. So yeah, Fire Dragon, not a big fan. Sorry BCB, but yeah, it's all right as an emergency backup, but I certainly wouldn't use it as a main stove. As you can see, I've come inside. I've brought the flap down at the front there, closed that all up, just to sort of, it's getting a bit cold out there. So yes, it's quite cosy and snug in here. It's quite nice. Yeah, got a decent bit of room. You can see there's plenty of room here for your gear, and there's plenty of space in the vestibule area for cooking and whatnot. So yeah, I think this is the better option than the Trekker tent that I bought. So I mean, all packed away in a bag, it's still quite bulky, but I think for bike packing, I think we'll be able to strap that onto the bike, no bother, somehow, either on the front handlebars or on top of the rear panniers somehow. We'll find a way. So yeah, looking forward to getting this outside. May do the orchard camp again, because that was quite a nice little site. That quite enjoyed going there. Yeah, that was a nice little trip out. It was only 7 miles down the road, which it's a nice little bike ride. It's just a change of scenery. I mean, you don't have to go far to chill out and have a good time. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, I'll get that booked once the weather warms up a little bit more. And yeah, we'll have a proper video, try it out there. Yeah, so look forward to that. I'm just thinking about cooking up some dinner in a bit. I've got a dried meal. It's a Friday night. It's I think it's a chicken tikka, if I remember rightly. Let's have a look. There we go. Put it in the pack here. It's one of these Summit to Eat ones. That's chicken tikka with rice, and I brought some beer and some mini poppadoms to go with it. So yeah, looking forward to that later. So I'm just going to chill out here for a bit and we'll catch you again about dinner time. Right, without much further ado, lid off our bottle. Cheers. Right, it's not going to fall over. Packet of mini poppadoms open. The masala should be ready. Certainly looks hydrated all the way through. Yeah, she's done. Chicken's a bit tough. Cheers, blokes. So, the summit to eat chicken tikka with rice. Really good. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, that hydrated really well. That was a good sized portion as well. 126 grams. But that when hydrated up, that came to a really decent sized portion. Good flavour, sufficient heat without it being too hot, and very fragrant as well. A lot of aromatic spices in there. It's really nice. So yeah, of the dry meal packs I've tried so far, I've got to say this has got to be the best one yet. Really good. Thoroughly impressed with it. So yeah. Big thumbs up. Honestly, can't fault it. 10 out of 10. It's got to be. We'll just do an inside-outside temperature comparison. So the outside, I've got the sensor probe on this set outside. It's 7.6 degrees. And we'll bring that inside and we'll let that settle down for a bit and see what that reads in a moment. Right, so there you go. It's been inside for a few minutes now, and that's a heck of a difference, isn't it? It's about 5 degrees difference. 12.6 degrees in the tent. So yeah, I'd say its insulating properties are pretty good. Right, I've been in, put my pullover on. It's getting a bit chilly out here. Right, chocolate time. The American stuff again today. Cheese are boiling. Didn't take long. That'll do. While we get one settled in, we will get our down booties on. Toasty. Well, I'm going to finish this off, get all settled into bed, and I will see you for breakfast in the morning.
A breakfast isn't till 8. 7 in the fishing season. It's not the fishing season.
Bring it. Lovely. Okay, so that was the first tryout of the Eurohike Cairns 2 DLX. I had to look there, see what it was. Yeah, it's not bad for a budget tent. It really is. Really quite good. As I say, I've had a Eurohike one before, and it's been no bother at all. It's been a bit of cracking tent. And yeah, this is a sort of smaller version of the one I've got. And yeah, quite pleased with it. So the only downsides is obviously the pegs you get with it in the pack, but that's easily sorted out. Six quid will buy you a set of those triangular pegs that I use here. So you can get them off Amazon or eBay, yeah, or even the dreaded Temu if you like to wait 3 weeks for it to turn up, or possibly not turn up. Yeah, overall impressions, as I say, are very good. I've not tried its waterproofing out yet. Unfortunately, we didn't have any rain last night. I might leave it up another night, see if it rains tonight, and we'll have a look, see what the waterproofing's like. But space-wise is good. I like the bathtub ground sheet, which is obviously as a feature of a lot of the Eurohike tents. That's really nice. Yeah, it's good ventilation throughout, and easy to put up single-handedly. Poles were a bit of a struggle, as you saw. I think that's because it's new. It needs to stretch a little bit. It should be easier to put up next time. But yeah, generally, yes, it's a good all-round tent, especially for what I paid for it. Obviously, they've gone up in price now because the main camping season is nearly upon us. So yeah, the likes of Go Outdoors are working a slightly crafty one and bumping the prices up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I got it for 49 quid. They're now advertised at 75, and that's with your members discount card as well that you use with Go Outdoors. If you don't know the system, you pay £5 for a members discount card, and you get the stuff at the special prices. Otherwise, if you don't, you have to pay an inflated price over, which is a bit much. But you can shop around. There are other outlets that do them. Like Millets, Blacks, you can get them online. Yeah, but yeah, all in all, it's not a bad tent. And say this is a little bit of a dry run before the main season kicks off, before we start getting out again. And yeah, look forward to trying it out. I'll give that orchard down the road another go. Load the bike up and we'll have a ride out there again sometime. Maybe do a one-nighter, I think. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, all in all, very pleased with it. So yeah, we'll round this one up, and got a few more videos planned. Another bike ride planned, so that might be this weekend. I might get out and do that and record that for you. Another local place of interest that I'd like to do a little feature on. So yeah, that's about it really, till we start getting outdoors properly again. I will see you on the next one. So cheerio.